各位觀眾你哋好啊！咁今日咧其實係一個好難得嘅機會，因為我相信好少升學中心咧可以直接請到德國學校嘅校長，仲要接受我哋可能係一啲媒體上嘅 YouTube 嘅訪問。咁啊，希望令到各位嘅家長同埋同學仔了解多啲你哋寄宿中學嘅體驗生活係點啦。好 ，Nicholas，OK。So first question, do you please introduce what type of school of Kalkuhl, a school ranking student number, and what makes it special from other schools?
Yeah, first of all, it's very important to mention that Kalkuhl is a private school, so we can choose our teachers ourselves and we can choose our students ourselves. Of course, in order to ensure that there is a very high academic standard, it's also made sure that we only use those teachers who got the state approval to be a teacher here, that they give lessons. So the quality is ensured, and what is important that we only accept 1 in 10 applications from external students. So we are starting in year 5, and out of the 300 applications, we can only accept about 40-50 students coming in here, and this is ensuring that we have very, very good students. And when you look at the environment in Bonn, we have many international companies, multinational companies, like the headquarters of DHL is here located, the German Telekom, Deutsche Telekom, T-Mobile, Haribo was founded in Bonn and has its production site here. And a family member is also visiting our boarding school. So as you can see, we have an international environment here, also with United Nations offices. And so many of them send their children to Bonn, to our boarding school or to our regular school in order to give them a first-class education. An education which is actually giving you the opportunity to later on continue with a study program. And what is distinctive of our school is not only the academic style, but that we are very familiar. If students have problems, then they can easily approach our teachers. We have absolutely no problems with problems which are in Germany common in some public schools, for example, with mobbing, with drugs, with fighting. It just does not exist at our school because we take preventive measures, and in case that something happens like this, we are very strict with our rules. So very distinctive also from our school is that we are not in the countryside. We take advantage of being a peaceful campus, and at the same time we are very close to the city center of Bonn, which you can reach within 15 minutes, and you can go to Cologne, which is one of the biggest cities in Germany, within 45 minutes. So if you're thinking about staying in the boarding school, you have the opportunity to go to Cologne at weekends, to go to Bonn, and to have a life of urban people of Bonn and of Germany. And also important to know is that we in Bonn have an excellent university. Talking about rankings, in schools it's not common to have rankings in Germany, it's not like in the UK. But of course I talked about the criteria why we have successful students here. But when it comes to university, it's a bit different. We don't have a ranking, but Shanghai has a ranking, and the Shanghai ranking said that the University of Bonn belongs to the 4 universities which is ranked as an excellent university from Germany. And in Germany we have excellent clusters in universities, and Bonn is a university which has the most excellent clusters with in total 7 areas of study programs. So it's also a benefit for our students who have not a sure idea what they want to do in the future, that they can go in the afternoon also to the University of Bonn in order to go into the lectures of study programs they are interested in, and then they can listen to it and decide whether the subject is something which could be suitable for their future career. So we even have a program, a collaboration with the University of Bonn, which makes it possible for excellent students that they can already gain some credit points for the future study program and to be successful in that area.
So, what kind of Hong Kong students you are looking for enroll?
So we have two types of students we are looking for. Most important is very clear that they need to have English knowledge for at least 4 to 5 years, so that they can have a good understanding of English, because at the beginning German might be a bit difficult to understand, so we need to find a common language, which often is English. But also it's a requirement by the government that Hong Kong students have had 4 to 5 years of English classes in Hong Kong. And then of course we are looking for students who are committed. We do not want any students who just come here because their parents want them to do. I tell you why. The reason is that students who do not want to be here will never be successful. With their heart they are back home in Hong Kong, but not with us. And we need students who focus 100% on the school being here. They need to have an aim, a target, and this is the Abitur. We have the best system to support them individually, and we take special care and attention to each individual person. But it's only successful if you are willing to be 100% sure that your future, academic future for the Abitur is here in Germany, and that you will do everything to reach this aim. And if you are willing to, you're welcome, and we like working with you together. What is also important is that one way is that we have a language school incorporated, meaning that when you're interested in coming to Germany, you can actually even come here with starting in A1 level. Then we have a specially tailored program, meaning that first you will have a focus on learning the language, but right from the beginning you will also visit classes in school, so that that you will get to know your mates, that you will be in the interaction of the class environment, and by doing so you will have many social connections and quicker learn German. Then we do regular testings of your language in Goethe-Institut in Bonn, where you need to do the A2, B1, B2 examination, and if you have fulfilled this step, you can become a regular student. Of course you won't learn German by yourself, but we have a professional staff of 5 teachers who teach German for foreigners, and are specialized on helping you, and they will make sure, if you're committed, that you will pass the examinations which are necessary. So in the end, we are looking for committed students who want to come here, learn the language, be successful at school, and then we will also give you advice on how your future could look like at universities. Each Wednesday, for example, we have one pedagogue who is giving study counseling. It's offered from 2 to 7 to 7 p.m. and it's always booked out, because the pedagogue is focusing on how could a future career look like, what are the universities which are suitable, what are the characteristics of each student, and where is a perfect fit. So as said, there is not only a top-ranked university, but depending on what you are interested in, there are different places of universities which offer the subject. So you can, only with the help of the pedagogue, find out what are possible options for you in the future.
Okay, so what kind of club activities open for students?
So each of our pedagogues has an own interest. Someone is, for example, more interested in doing sport. For example, we have a pedagogue who is very active in playing basketball. We have then also someone who is more into calisthenics, exercising, and we have also the people who are more focusing on the culture, meaning that, for example, they offer to go to a museum, they might go also to a theater, they might go to a cinema evening. Basically, each night, one of the pedagogues is offering the students something for leisure activities. But we also have club activities, which are not directly incorporated into our school, but we organize them. As I said, we are in the suburb of Bonn, and that's why we can basically organize everything. If you are really interested into playing basketball, we have a club in this city, or part of the city, TuS Oberkassel, and you could even play tournaments there. So you practice twice a week, and at the weekend you have games in a league. The same goes for football, for basketball. So our pedagogues will help you to become more professional in the sports you have an interest in. As said, also in the gym at night you can play badminton, which is very popular with our boarding students, or play basketball. And occasionally we also do tournaments to see which group of students is best in basketball or in other competitive sports.
Okay, so for the university part, can you tell us some success? This question is, can you share the real, for example, some famous university, some medical law, do they share some experience of this school?
That's actually a very important question, because when you're really into studying law, nobody in Germany would recommend you going to Munich only, but in law, and you can see it also when you look at the people who are successful in that area, is, for example, the University of Bonn. The University of Bonn has an excellent reputation for that area. If you're more interested into doing something with science or engineering, then you should rather go to Aachen. RWTH Aachen is an excellent university, also in North Rhine-Westphalia, our county, or to Karlsruhe. They are very specialized and a bit distinctive. You already need to see also in the area of engineering, are you more into the aspect of digitalization and engineering, or the engineering of cars? Depending on your focus, you should also choose your university. There are many information available which program is suitable, but of course it's very difficult from a foreign country to understand it all and to assess it and to verify it. That is also something which we want to guide your son or daughter through and help them to find the proper university. When it comes to economics, I can advise there are 2 private universities which are excellent, and multinational companies do recruiting of these 2 private business schools in Germany, but also Mannheim, for example, is very good in business, and Munich.
So for this question, can you tell, I want some real students showcase, for example, they finished a tour of this school, which university they enrolled in? Real case.
When you have achieved your Abitur, also this is a bit different from the UK. When you go to the UK, and I'm not sure about Hong Kong, but in the UK you already need to know before you have selected your A-level subject, which subject you want to study after school. Here in Germany it's first important that you have the Abitur. And for all subjects you want to study, it does not matter which subject you have chosen, but it might be important how good your grade was. So if you want to become or study medicine, you need to have an excellent Abitur of 1.0 up to 1.3. Only if you have an excellent Abitur, you will get the permission to join these universities to study medicine. And if you want to go to one of the best schools for medicine, which by the way is also Bonn, then you need to have an average of 1.0, and with a high, very high or many points, because you will get selected by the amount of points you have collected during your Abitur. But only for medicine and for 2-3 other subjects, you need to have a very good average. If you want to become an engineer, then there are many universities in Germany where you will find a proper place where to study. And commonly speaking, in Germany, all universities have a good standard, because Germany and the taxpayers are paying much money that we have a very well-equipped university program. And you can be even assured, if you don't go to the top university, that you will have a very solid and good education there, and will easily find a job in Germany, because Germany is looking for skilled workers, and here you especially have a job security or safety, because yeah, we need engineers in Germany, and we are happy if you choose this way, for example. Most of our students, they actually go to RWTH Aachen, because especially students from Asian countries, they are very skilled in maths, in sciences. And RWTH Aachen has an excellent reputation, of course Munich as well, but you need to take into consideration that the cost of living in Munich are very, very high. But Aachen is cheaper, but the university might be even better. So there is a good reason for our students to go to Aachen. Other place of destination is Munich, and the third one is often Berlin. And these are the 3 universities which are the most attractive one for our international students. But of course, as said, there are even other ones. Also, we have now one student from China who wanted to study design, and to study the design there was a very excellent university in Halle in Eastern Germany. So he's the first one going there, so we will ask him in 5 years whether he can recommend it. So thank you, Anton, that you came here, that you came all over the way from Hong Kong with your team, that I could have the opportunity to show you our school. And you have given to us 2 excellent students, and I'm very, very sure that they will belong to the top of the year, Carson and Hebe. And we're looking forward to get even more motivated, committed students like these 2 from Hong Kong. And yeah, it's also very important that we are actually having daily contact over the last period of time until the students came. Yeah. And we have been organizing everything together. And have a quick communication, easy communication, well-organized communication, and we are looking forward to working together with you.
Thank you. Take care.
I want to thank the school and Nicholas Kalkuhl for taking care of me for the past few months, because sometimes coming to Germany and studying alone is not that easy, and there's always a lot of different things you need someone's help, such as like losing your luggage in Köln, or just some basic school things, and it's a pleasure to get to know you and have you to help me with a lot of my things here, and I'm really glad that I have a chance to be here.
We are really glad to have him as a student, because he's very committed, and I'm very sure that he will have excellent grades and to continue after the Abitur at a university, top university, and to reach all his academic goals.